So what we're going to be doing today, we are learning to identify figurative language in novels. But before we do that, I want us to create our own success criteria. What that means is you need to be able to, if you have to be able to identify and explain the different types of figurative language, then we need to remember the different types of figurative language, the definition and examples. So if you'll have a look on the first part of the doc, you've got a little table. What you're going to do, there should be 6, so 1 for each of you. The first thing you're going to do on each new table, you're going to identify one different type of figurative language. So if Muffy chooses one, you can't choose the same one. So see if you can come up with another type of figurative language that you can remember. That's all you're doing is the name. Oh, metaphor personification is gone, so you've got to choose something else now. Oh. Hyperbole?
Hyperbole.
So the first thing we've done number 1, we identified a different type of figurative language that you'll think that you'll find in a novel. The next part, you're going to go to the row below yours and you're going to write the definition of that type of figurative language. So the last person goes up to the top and then you just go down the one after you and you're going to write what does that figurative language mean?
Oh, so
I do Jolie.
I do metaphor.
Yep.
Simile.
Yeah, Muffy, so it's about, using
Definition. Using words that... Exaggeration.
Oh, so use your own definition. If you need help, ask someone next to you.
Senses.
Yeah, personification is when you give human qualities to non-human things.
One of the 5 senses.
Simile is when you describe an object or someone only using like and as.
Yes, so it's like a metaphor, but you say like and as.
You're describing someone.
Like you.
That's right.
You're really pretty like a
4
flower.
minutes and we're going to move on. Explain what the difference is between a simile and a metaphor. So, point 1.
Metaphor is direct.
Yep, so what do you mean by direct? Not using like or as. Okay, so we'll have some examples in a moment, but that is the main difference between a simile and a metaphor. A metaphor is saying it is something. A simile uses like or as. Alrighty, so the last thing you're going to do, you're going to go down to the next one below the one you've just done, and you're going to write an example for that different type of figurative language.
Done.
Cool, so you can pop another one because that's really easy for you. Perfect.
I don't even know.
Can't spell.
I can't spell.
Why don't you do another sentence which talks about like a different sense?
Okay.
Exactly
That's too big.
Wait, is that personification?
Yes. Because humans can
Yes, but it's describing the way it's moving around the room, like it's dancing. Same with like branches dancing in the wind. They're not really dancing.
The wind whistling in the tree.
Yeah, wind can't actually whistle, but we can whistle.
Oh, that was an easy one.
Yeah.
Metaphor and personification is easy.
Yours beautiful as a flower.
The wind can whistle sometimes.
You're
If you feel like a whistle.
as beautiful as a flower. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm just forgetting that you are, but
Good morning, good morning. How do you do? Good morning, good morning. Is it yours?
who did that?
It's me.
Your name.
Not you.
Yes. Good morning. How
Do you do?
you do?
Good morning, good day to you.
Alrighty. So, have a look at these different examples we've got. We have created a success criteria because we've been able to identify different types of figurative language and we know what they mean. We know the definition and we know examples. So when we're doing, when we're identifying it in the story in a moment, these are the types of things you're going to look for. You're going to see if you can find rhyme and metaphor and personification, simile, imagery, and hyperbole. There might even be other types of figurative language that you might not have written down, like alliteration, assonance. Yeah? So we're going to go through some of the examples. Yep, I'll check. So the first one is rhyme. Good morning, how do you do? Good morning, good day to you. That's rhyming. Okay, and the next one is a metaphor, which means you describe...
It is a word or phrase that describes an object or person.
Can you make it, that definition a little bit clearer? What is a metaphor, guys? Because it's kind of like what you said before, Sarah, about the simile, except it doesn't use
Like or as.
So how can we put that into a sentence? A sentence that does what with two things?
Compares.
Compares two
Describes.
ideas without using like or as.
So I was wrong.
It's just the same thing.
Yes. No.
It is a direct comparison. And what we mean by direct comparison is because it's saying it isn't. It's not saying it's like, you are like a star, it's saying you are a star. So it's more direct, it's making it more obvious that those two are the same.